Well, after I'm done watching this series, I gotta say, woo! Blue Sky Studios and Disney, you've outdone yourselves. You've just made a perfect comeback and a good farewell to the Ice Age franchise. Finally, they did something really good. Now let's just get right into it for now. What's up, guys? Jape here, and I'm here today to do a review on Ice Age Scrat Tales. So before we get into this review, for those who haven't seen this series, I highly suggest you to click away this video because there's going to be spoilers in this review, so get out of you if you haven't seen it. But if you have seen this series, then I guess enjoy this review. So Ice Age Scrat Tales, directed by Donnie Wing, alongside with his co-directors, and it tells the story about Scrat, who finally got his acorn, but he discovers that there was a baby holding the acorn, but he decides to adopt him and name him Baby Scrat, and he decides to grow true fatherhood with his son that he just adopted throughout the series. So that is it for the plot of this series. Now let's get on to my thoughts on this series. So yeah. Now, I remember watching this series on the day it just came out on Disney Plus. Now, when I first heard when it was announced back in February, when it showed the poster on the series called Ice Age Scrat Tales, I was like, oh boy, my boy just returned from the dead. But he's got a son, and that's really nice, and I can't wait to see what's it about. And when the trailer just came out, I have reacted to it. If you want to go check it out, go ahead. I was like, oh my god. Blue Sky and Disney just outdone themselves. They finally made a good project and a good comeback and a good farewell to the Ice Age franchise and the company for Blue Sky Studios. Now, I've watched it with one of my friends on Instagram, and guess what? It was amazing and a masterpiece, and it's one of my favorite series of all time, and this is way better than Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild, and that is why we're going to have to talk about this today. So let's get started. Alright, so I'll start off with the good qualities, and then we'll get on to the bad qualities. So yeah, the idea of giving Scrat his own spin-off story is unique and executed well, unlike the Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild, which I did a review / rant on this movie. If you want to go check it out, go ahead. Since Scrat has his own focus on the ups and downs of being a father of baby Scrat, which this is a really good and solid thing. I like how we're having the fatherhood of Scrat with baby Scrat for this series. So yeah, it brings back one of the most popular Ice Age characters ever, Scrat, which my boy just returned from the dead. When the world needed him most, has returned. I'm glad that he has just returned for this series. So yeah, Scrat finally comes back after being absent in the Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild and is restored to his normal self from the first 4 Ice Age films, which I was expecting him to come back for Buck Wild, but sadly he got absent. Now, I'm glad that he's back since Collision Course, which I did a review / rant on this movie. If you want to go check it out, go ahead. And bringing Scrat back to the franchise, it's a really good thing. And they did a really good job on bringing Scrat back into the franchise. So yeah, it manages to still use some of Blue Sky Studios animation. Also, the animation is a nice step up from the Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild, since it looks cinematic and beautiful, which the animation, this is way better than Buck Wild. The animation is so beautiful. I'm loving the animation so much. So yeah, this is the first Ice Age series for Disney Plus, and it's executed well since it doesn't look rushed, and instead, it looks like it took time, which I'm glad it took time. If it gets rushed, that would be a bad thing. But it took time, it's a really good thing. I like how they do that for this. So yeah, there were interesting plots about Scrat trying to take good care of baby Scrat, and it doesn't involve any boring sci-fi plot points just in the time period Scrat Tales took place. Also, while a bit out of place, the fourth wall joke where Scrat screams so much through the universe that it goes through real life for seconds, it's funny, which, oh my god, I really love that scene. And you know what? I can let you watch this scene on this channel. Just the full scene, which is really funny. Here it is. Man, that was hilarious. I really loved that scene. So yeah, it saved the Ice Age franchise, unlike the Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild, making Ice Age Scrat Tales the best Ice Age media since Ice Age Dawn of Dinosaurs, which is way better than Buck Wild. I like how they make it the best one, which I'm gonna have to agree with them since Dawn of the Dinosaurs. So yeah, there were no Ice Age character apart from Scrat shows up, making it feel more like an actual spin-off similar to Puss in Boots. Unlike Buckwild, that featured an unnecessary appearance of Manny, Sid, Diego, Ellie, and Mama Dino, which I'm glad that they didn't include that, because if they do, that would be really unnecessary. So yeah, Baby Scrat is extremely adorable and easily the best addition to the franchise since Granny and Shira in Ice Age Continental Drift. And Baby Scrat, the name sounds similar and familiar to the name Baby Yoda from The Mandalorian, which I'll watch that series, but I have to watch the franchise first, hopefully, someday. So yeah, hope you understand that. Baby Scrat, I really like Baby Scrat. He is so cute and adorable. So yeah, Scrat's relationship with Baby Scrat is very heartwarming. Like his relationship with Scrate from the Ice Age Dawn of Dinosaurs, which I'm glad that they're doing this, like the third one with Scrate, now with Baby Scrat, which I really love this. This is so heartwarming, man. And also, this is a nice way to end Blue Sky Studios, just like Spies in Disguise, which I'll watch that movie someday, hopefully. So yeah, which it's a really good thing that they're gonna do the last project before Blue Sky Studios. So yeah. Alright, so that's it for the good qualities. Now let's get on to the bad qualities. So yeah, despite being played for laps, Scrat and Baby Scrat's obsession for the acorn often ruins the relationship, just like what it did with Scrat and Scrate in Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs. However, the final episode shows that even without the acorn, both Scrat and Baby Scrat can get along better, which ended the series on a good note, which, why would you bring the acorn here? They should get rid of the acorn and get the relationship with Scrat and Baby Scrat together. We just wanted this relationship. Not with the acorn, man. God. There's a gross out scene where Scrat puts a diaper on Baby Scrat and Baby Scrat takes it off and pees on Scrat, which, ew, that is so freaking disgusting. And it makes me want to throw up like this. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so that's it for the bad qualities. Now let's get on to my final thoughts on this series. Alright, so I gotta say, for Ice Age Scrat Tales, it was amazing and a masterpiece, and it's one of my favorite series of all time, and this is an improvement and 1,000,000 times better than the Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild. So that is why I'm gonna give Ice Age Scrat Tales a 10 out of 10. It's way better than Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild, and it's a masterpiece and it's one of my favorite series of all time. So yeah. But anyway, stay guys watching for my series review on Ice Age Scrat Tales. What do you guys think of the series, and what's your opinion on this series? Well, for me, it was amazing and a masterpiece, and it's one of my favorite series of all time. And this is an improvement and 1 million times better than Ice Age Breath of the Buck Wild. Alright, so my next review will be, well, you're going to have to find out at the next video. So yeah. But anyways, thank you guys for watching for my series review on Ice Age Scrat Tales. And I'll see you all next time. Peace out, my boys.